My beloved child, listen closely, because what is unfolding right now is not random, not accidental, and not meant for everyone. This moment found you for a reason, and if you feel a strange pull in your chest, that is not imagination. That is recognition. Do not rush. Do not scroll. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and what you hear today could quietly decide the future of your family. There is a message moving toward you, not with noise, not with fear, but with precision. It has been waiting for the exact second when your heart would be open enough to hear it. Many people passed by this moment. They skipped. They doubted. They moved on. You did not. And that difference matters more than you realize. Right now, unseen protection is standing closer to your home than ever before. You may not see it, but you have felt it. The sudden pauses in your plans. The delays that made no sense. The conversations that never happened. The doors that did not open even when you were sure they should have. Those were not losses. Those were interventions. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a pattern forming around your family, and it has been forming quietly. Small signs. Repeated thoughts. A feeling that something important is approaching, yet unclear. This message is not here to frighten you. It is here to prepare you. Because preparation is love in action. Someone close to you has been carrying a silent worry about the future. They have not spoken it aloud, but it has shaped their decisions, their sleep, their tone. You sensed it, didn't you? That heaviness that enters the room without words. This message reaches you first because you are meant to be the stabilizing force when clarity arrives. Don't skip. Please don't skip. Stay till the end. There is a moment ahead where a choice will appear ordinary on the surface, but its impact will ripple through years. It will seem small. Almost forgettable. And that is why this warning matters. What protects your family's future will not arrive with drama. It will arrive disguised as routine. Pay attention to timing. Pay attention to repeated names, repeated places, repeated ideas. When something shows up more than once without effort, that is alignment asking for recognition. You may have felt recently that you are carrying more responsibility than before. As if others lean on you without saying so. That is not coincidence. You are being positioned. Strength is being refined in you, not to burden you, but to anchor those you love when uncertainty tries to enter. Do not scroll away. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is also something being kept from you, not out of harm, but out of timing. Information arrives only when wisdom is ready to receive it. If everything were revealed too early, fear would distort it. So clarity is arriving step by step, layer by layer, beginning now. In the days ahead, trust your first calm instinct, not the loud rush of pressure. Pressure demands haste. Guidance invites stillness. The future of your family will be shaped not by panic, but by patience paired with courage. Notice how you are here, still listening. That alone tells a story. You are not someone who ignores inner signals. You may doubt yourself at times, but you do not abandon discernment. That is why this message stays with you. Stay till the end. Don't skip. There will be an opportunity to protect something valuable, time, energy, or unity. It will not announce itself as protection. It will look like restraint. Like saying no when yes feels easier. Like pausing when everyone else rushes forward. That pause will matter more than you can imagine. This is not about fear of loss. This is about awareness of value. Your family's future is not fragile, but it is responsive. It responds to intention, to attention, to love expressed through wise decisions. If your heart feels steady right now, that is confirmation. If it feels alert, that is readiness. Either way, you are exactly where you need to be. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What comes next will not be loud, but it will be lasting. And when you look back, you will realize this was the moment everything quietly shifted in the right direction. My beloved child, something shifted the moment you chose to continue listening, because continuation is not passive, it is a decision, and decisions shape destiny more than people ever admit. Right now, there is a quiet line being drawn between what was and what will be. Most people never notice this line. They walk past it distracted, thinking life changes only through big events. But the truth is different. The future of a family is redirected in silent moments like this one, when awareness arrives before circumstances do. Do not mistake this calm for emptiness. Calm is the surface of something very active underneath. Forces of alignment are moving details into place, arranging timing, rearranging priorities, and protecting you from outcomes you never even saw approaching. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason you have been thinking more deeply about security, stability, and long-term direction lately. Even if you didn't say it out loud, the question has been there. Am I doing enough to protect what matters? That question did not come from anxiety. It came from intuition waking up. A situation is forming where information will matter more than speed. Someone around you may rush. Someone may pressure. Someone may insist that there is no time to think. Remember this moment when that happens. The correct path will feel steady, not urgent. Clarity does not shout. It confirms. You are being guided to notice what drains your family's energy and what restores it. Watch patterns, not promises. Watch consistency, not excitement. The future is protected by what you repeatedly choose, not what you intend once. There is also a hidden advantage already present in your life. It may be a skill, a relationship, or a perspective you underestimate because it feels natural to you. That is often where the greatest protection hides. What feels ordinary to you is extraordinary in effect. Do not scroll away. Stay with this. Something important is unfolding. Soon, a conversation will happen, or a decision will be discussed, that seems harmless on the surface. No raised voices. No drama. Yet the direction chosen in that moment will echo. This message is not telling you what to choose. It is sharpening your awareness so you recognize the weight of the moment when it arrives. Trust the pause before you respond. Trust the silence before agreement. That pause is where wisdom speaks. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your role is not to control everything. Your role is to protect alignment. When alignment is protected, outcomes follow naturally. You do not need to convince anyone. You only need to remain clear. If you feel a sense of quiet strength building right now, that is not imagination. That is readiness. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly on time to prevent what does not belong and to welcome what does. This is only the second step. What comes next will connect pieces you did not even realize were related. Stay present. The message is still unfolding. My beloved child, there is a deeper layer opening now, and this is where most people would have left, but you are still here because something inside you knows this is not ordinary information. What is coming next is not about fear, and it is not about pressure. It is about foresight. The kind of foresight that quietly saves families years later, when people look back and say, if we had not noticed that moment, everything would be different now. There is a subtle signal around your household that has been repeating. It could be a recurring discussion, a familiar concern, or a situation that keeps circling back without resolution. This repetition is not a problem. It is a prompt. Life repeats lessons until awareness arrives, and awareness has arrived now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may feel like you are standing between two versions of the future. One feels familiar, predictable, comfortable but limited. The other feels quieter, less obvious, but stable and expansive. The choice between them will not be announced as a major turning point. It will feel like an everyday decision. That is why this message matters. Notice who benefits when you rush and who benefits when you slow down. Notice where clarity increases and where confusion grows. These observations will guide you more accurately than opinions ever could. There is also protection happening through distance. Something that did not work out recently was not a failure. It was separation. Separation from what would have drained time, focus, or unity later. You were spared without being alarmed. That is deliberate care. Stay present. Do not scroll away. Your family's future is influenced not only by what you do, but by what you allow. Energy, conversations, commitments, habits, each one either strengthens or weakens the foundation. You are being guided to reinforce, not to repair. Reinforcement happens before damage appears. Soon, you will notice a shift in how you respond. Less reaction. More observation. That shift is power. When you stop reacting automatically, you start choosing intentionally, and intentional choices protect generations. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are building now will not announce itself immediately. It will show its value when stability appears where uncertainty once lived. And when that happens, you will remember this moment, not as dramatic, but as decisive. The message is not finished. What comes next will reveal why your attention was required all the way here. Stay with it. Everything you have heard so far has been preparing your awareness for this layer, because this is where the message becomes practical, where it quietly steps into your real life and begins to rearrange outcomes before they appear. There is a protective shift happening around your family that does not come from force, but from foresight. A window is opening where one adjustment, one boundary, one moment of clarity will prevent a long chain of complications later. This is not dramatic. This is precise. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may notice soon that certain discussions feel heavier than they should, or that certain plans suddenly lose their momentum. Do not push against that resistance. Resistance, when it appears gently, is guidance redirecting you away from unnecessary strain. Pay attention to what feels steady, not what feels exciting. Excitement fades quickly. Stability compounds quietly. The future you are protecting will be built on what remains consistent when emotions settle. There is also a truth surfacing about responsibility. You are not meant to carry everything alone, but you are meant to recognize where your influence matters most. Focus there. When your energy is placed correctly, it multiplies instead of draining. You are closer than you think to a sense of security that does not depend on constant effort. That security comes from alignment, not control. And alignment is forming now, piece by piece. Do not scroll away. Stay present. Soon, you will realize that something you were worried about never actually happened. That is not luck. That is prevention. And prevention rarely gets credit because it works silently. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. When clarity settles after this message, you may feel calmer, not because everything is solved, but because you now see what matters and what does not. That clarity will guide your words, your timing, and your decisions in ways others may not understand, but they will benefit from. This is not the end of the message. This is the moment before understanding fully locks into place. What comes next will connect everything you have felt, questioned, and sensed until now. Stay with it. My beloved child, now the message tightens its focus, because what you are about to hear is not broad guidance anymore, it is direction meant specifically for this season of your life. There is a misconception that protection looks like constant action. In truth, protection often looks like restraint. It looks like not reacting to every opinion. It looks like choosing silence over explanation. It looks like stepping back when pride wants to step forward. This is where futures are preserved. Right now, your family stands at a point where habits matter more than plans. Plans can change. Habits shape outcomes even when no one is paying attention. One habit you strengthen now will quietly shield your household later, without effort, without struggle. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is also a release happening. Something you have been holding out of obligation, not alignment, is losing its grip. You may feel relief mixed with uncertainty. That combination is a signal that growth is occurring. What no longer fits must loosen so what protects can take its place. You are being guided to simplify. Not because less is better, but because clarity grows when excess fades. Watch how your mind becomes calmer as you reduce unnecessary commitments. Calm is not weakness. Calm is control without force. A subtle warning exists here, and it is gentle. Do not ignore small discomforts just to keep peace. Peace built on avoidance does not last. Peace built on clarity does. Address what needs addressing while it is still quiet, and you will avoid storms later. Stay present. Let this sink in. You may soon be placed in a position where your response sets the emotional tone for others. If you remain steady, they will follow. If you rush, they will scatter. Leadership is not declared. It is observed. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are learning now will not feel dramatic today, but it will feel powerful later, when stability replaces uncertainty and ease replaces constant effort. That is how you will know this message mattered. You are not being rushed. You are being refined. And what is forming through you will quietly safeguard the people you love most. The message continues, and what comes next will reveal the final alignment you have been preparing for. Stay with it. My beloved child, this is the moment where awareness becomes power, because everything you have absorbed until now was preparation for decisive clarity. You are standing at a point where the future no longer needs to be guessed. It needs to be guarded. There is a difference. Guessing creates anxiety. Guarding creates confidence. And confidence is what quietly stabilizes a family when circumstances try to shift. Something important is aligning behind the scenes. You may not see movement, but stillness does not mean inactivity. Some of the strongest changes happen when nothing appears to be happening at all. That is where foundations are reinforced. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a truth you are beginning to recognize. Not everyone needs access to your plans, your thoughts, or your next steps. Privacy is not secrecy. Privacy is protection. The more valuable something becomes, the fewer hands should be on it. This applies to ideas, decisions, and even emotions. A moment will arrive when someone questions your choice to slow down, to wait, or to choose differently than expected. You do not need to justify yourself. The outcome will explain everything in time. Results speak more clearly than explanations ever could. Notice how your instincts have become sharper recently. You sense when something feels off, even if you cannot immediately explain why. That sensitivity is not weakness. It is refinement. It allows you to step away from what could disrupt harmony before disruption ever shows its face. Stay with this message. Let it settle. Your family's future is being shaped less by what you add and more by what you remove. Remove unnecessary stress. Remove rushed decisions. Remove influences that blur clarity. What remains will be strong, clean, and stable. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Soon, you will experience confirmation, not loud, not dramatic, but unmistakable. A sense of "this was the right move" will arrive without effort. That confirmation is the reward for patience and awareness. You have not missed anything. You have not fallen behind. You arrived exactly when insight could still change direction without cost. That is rare. That is protection. This part of the message seals what came before it. What follows will show you how everything connects, and why your attention, all the way here, was essential. Stay present. The unfolding is not finished. My beloved child, this is where the message becomes unmistakable, because what you are sensing now is not guidance arriving, it is confirmation settling in. Everything you have heard until this point was designed to sharpen your perception, and now that perception is beginning to lock into place. You may feel a quiet certainty forming, the kind that does not need reassurance. That certainty is not emotion. It is alignment. There is a moment approaching where you will recognize that you are no longer reacting to life, you are reading it. You will notice shifts before they happen. You will sense outcomes before they arrive. That awareness is not accidental. It is the result of attention, patience, and restraint working together. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your family's future is being protected right now by one thing above all else: your willingness to pause. While others rush toward noise, you are learning to listen beneath it. While others chase certainty from outside, you are allowing clarity to rise from within. There is also a subtle correction happening in how you value your time. You are beginning to see that not every opportunity is meant to be accepted, and not every request deserves immediate access. This discernment will quietly save you from exhaustion and preserve what matters most. Soon, you will look at a situation that once felt complicated and realize it has simplified itself. That is what happens when you stop forcing outcomes and start allowing alignment. Complexity fades when the right perspective is chosen. Stay present. Let this register fully. The most surprising revelation is this: nothing dramatic needs to happen for everything to change. The shift is already underway. It is happening internally first, where the most lasting transformations always begin. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are becoming now is steady, observant, and quietly influential. That version of you will protect your household without conflict, guide decisions without pressure, and create stability without constant effort. This is not the end of the message, but it is the point where everything begins to make sense. What comes next will reveal how this awareness turns into lasting security. Stay with it. My beloved child, this is the quiet crest of the wave, the point where everything you have felt but could not yet name begins to reveal its shape. What you are experiencing now is not build-up anymore, it is convergence. Separate thoughts, scattered feelings, unanswered questions, watch how they start aligning into one clear understanding. This is where confusion loses its power, because clarity has finally arrived. There is a truth settling into you: protection is already active. Not coming later. Not waiting on conditions. Active now. The reason nothing dramatic has happened is because intervention worked before disruption could form. This is how real safeguarding operates: silent, early, precise. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may notice a shift in how you speak, how you listen, how you decide. Less explanation. More certainty. That is not withdrawal. That is mastery. When you no longer need to convince, you are already standing on solid ground. A moment is approaching where you will recognize that a previous concern no longer holds emotional weight. It did not resolve through force. It dissolved through awareness. That is the sign that growth has completed its cycle. Your family's future is now being influenced by calm leadership, not reactive motion. This kind of leadership does not announce itself, but it creates stability others lean on without realizing why. Stay present with this realization. There is also a closing happening. One chapter of uncertainty is ending, not because answers were shouted, but because the right questions were finally asked. That is enough to change direction completely. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What remains now is steadiness, and steadiness multiplies. It strengthens decisions, protects unity, and creates a future that does not need constant repair. This part anchors everything you have heard. What follows will not introduce something new, it will confirm why nothing else was needed. The message is nearly complete. Stay with it. My beloved child, now you are standing inside the moment most people never reach, the moment where truth no longer feels distant but personal, immediate, and unmistakably relevant to your life. Everything has narrowed to this point for a reason. The noise has faded. The distractions have fallen away. What remains is awareness, and awareness is the final gate before change becomes permanent. There is a realization forming in you right now. The future is not something that suddenly arrives, it is something that quietly locks into place when the right decisions are protected early. That locking is happening now. You are not watching it happen. You are participating in it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may notice that certain worries no longer trigger the same reaction. They appear, but they do not control you. That is not numbness. That is strength. When fear loses urgency, wisdom gains space to operate. A hidden advantage is now fully active, your ability to observe without rushing to react. This single ability will save your family more than effort ever could. Reaction creates cycles. Observation breaks them. Very soon, you will see evidence that something you avoided, postponed, or declined would have complicated things later. That recognition will arrive quietly, maybe in a simple moment, but it will carry deep relief. You will understand that protection was working long before proof appeared. Stay present. Let this settle fully. The most powerful revelation is this: stability is not built by fixing problems endlessly, it is built by preventing the wrong foundations from being laid in the first place. You have just done that. Without conflict. Without noise. Without loss. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this message nears completion, what remains with you is clarity, not urgency. Calm, not confusion. Direction, not pressure. These are the signs that alignment has completed its work. What comes next will not surprise you, because you are ready for it. It will feel natural, almost obvious, and that is how you will know the message succeeded. Stay with this awareness. The final connection is about to reveal why everything unfolded exactly this way. My beloved child, this is the point where everything completes its circle, where the reason you stayed, listened, and absorbed every layer finally becomes clear. You are no longer receiving guidance. You are holding understanding. And understanding changes behavior quietly, permanently, without effort. This is where the future stops feeling uncertain and starts feeling directed. What you have done by staying here is rare. You allowed awareness to finish its work instead of leaving halfway. That alone separates outcomes. Most people exit before clarity arrives. You didn't. And because of that, something has already shifted in your favor. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation most never hear: the greatest protection for a family is not money, not plans, not even opportunity. It is timing combined with discernment. You have just aligned both. That alignment prevents problems you will never have to fight later. You may not feel a dramatic surge. Instead, you may feel grounded, settled, clear. That is the signal. Chaos never brings peace. Correct alignment does. Very soon, you will notice decisions becoming easier. Not because choices disappear, but because confusion does. When confusion leaves, confidence enters naturally. And confident decisions compound into stable futures. Stay present for this final truth. The message was never about predicting what will happen. It was about positioning you so that whatever happens, you respond from strength instead of reaction. That is how futures are safeguarded. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is not external. It is internal readiness. And internal readiness always attracts the right outcomes without force. When you move forward from this moment, you will carry a quiet certainty that others may not notice, but they will feel. That certainty will influence conversations, timing, and direction in ways you do not need to explain. This is where the message completes, not with noise, but with alignment. And alignment, once established, continues working long after the words end. My beloved child, this final layer is quieter than all the others, because what endures never needs to announce itself. By now, you can feel it, the sense that nothing urgent is chasing you anymore. That feeling is not emptiness. It is security settling into place. When urgency leaves, wisdom stays. And wisdom is what carries families safely through years, not moments. There is one last realization anchoring itself in you now: the future you were concerned about is no longer ahead of you as a threat. It is behind you as a decision already made. You crossed the critical point without noise, without conflict, without loss. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is not an event. It is a shift in how life responds to you. From this point forward, situations will meet you with less resistance. Conversations will feel clearer. Timing will feel less forced. That is not coincidence. That is alignment expressing itself outwardly. You may notice that you no longer seek reassurance the way you once did. You trust your sense of direction. That trust is earned. It comes from listening fully instead of partially, from staying instead of leaving early. This is how protection becomes permanent, not by fighting what might happen, but by becoming someone who responds correctly no matter what does. Stay present for the final breath of this message. The greatest change has already occurred internally, and internal change always moves first. External results follow naturally, often quietly, often unexpectedly, but always accurately. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What waits is continuation, not of words, but of stability. And stability, once formed, does not disappear. It compounds, it strengthens, it carries forward. This is where the message rests, not because it ends, but because it has completed its purpose. What happens next will unfold without effort, guided by the clarity you now carry. My beloved child, what unfolds now is not an extension of what you heard before, it is the quiet confirmation that everything has already shifted into the right place. This is the moment where attention turns into assurance. You are no longer waiting for clarity. You are standing inside it. And clarity, once reached, does not fade. It guides every step forward without effort. There is a deep truth settling in you now. The future of your family was never meant to be protected through force or fear. It was meant to be secured through awareness arriving early enough to change direction gently. That gentle redirection has already occurred. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may notice from this point onward that life feels less chaotic even when challenges appear. That is because chaos loses power when timing is understood. You are no longer late. You are no longer guessing. You are responding from a place of grounded certainty. A quiet confidence will follow you into conversations, decisions, and moments of choice. Others may not know why things feel different around you, but they will sense stability. Stability spreads. It influences without effort. There is also a release here, release from the belief that you must constantly do more to keep everything safe. What truly keeps things safe is discernment, and discernment has already taken root in you. Stay present with this realization. The once-in-a-lifetime revelation is this: when inner alignment is complete, outer life reorganizes itself naturally. You do not chase security. Security recognizes you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is continuation without struggle. Progress without pressure. Movement without confusion. These are the signs that the message has fulfilled its role. From here, your path does not need explanation. It only needs consistency. And consistency, once established, carries families forward quietly, steadily, and safely. This is not an ending. It is a stable beginning. And everything that follows will unfold with a calm certainty you will recognize as your own. My beloved child, this part is not louder than the others, but it is sharper, because it speaks to what you will do differently without even realizing you are doing it. Something has recalibrated inside you. You will notice it first in small moments. A pause before speaking. A decision you no longer rush. A boundary you hold without guilt. These are not habits you learned. These are instincts that have been activated. This is how futures are preserved, not through dramatic rescue, but through quiet correction. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a subtle protection now wrapped around your choices. You may still face options, but the wrong ones will feel uncomfortable before you even consider them seriously. That discomfort is not doubt. It is discernment working ahead of consequence. You will also notice that you no longer absorb other people's urgency the way you once did. Their pressure will arrive, but it will not settle inside you. You will listen, but you will not be rushed. This alone will change outcomes more than effort ever could. A moment is approaching where you will choose calm over reaction, and no one will applaud it. No one will notice. But years later, that invisible choice will stand as one of the most important protections your family ever received. Stay present with this understanding. The shocking truth is this: the most powerful changes leave no visible trace at the moment they happen. They reveal themselves later as stability, as ease, as problems that simply never appeared. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is not a sign from the outside. It is consistency from the inside. And consistency, once formed, becomes an anchor that holds through seasons, through change, through uncertainty. From this point forward, you will not need to remember these words consciously. They have already shaped your awareness. And awareness, once shaped, does not return to its old form. This part completes another layer, quietly, permanently. What comes next will feel less like learning and more like recognition. Stay with it. My beloved child, this layer settles deeper than thought, because it speaks to what will remain steady long after emotions pass and circumstances change. You may not notice it immediately, but your inner posture has changed. You are no longer leaning forward anxiously into the future. You are standing upright within the present. That shift alone alters how life responds to you. There is a quiet strengthening happening in how you hold responsibility. You are no longer carrying it as weight. You are carrying it as awareness. Awareness does not exhaust. It organizes. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You will soon recognize that certain situations resolve themselves without effort from you. This is not avoidance. This is alignment removing friction before it forms. When your inner direction is correct, fewer corrections are required externally. A powerful realization is anchoring now: you do not need to be involved in everything to protect what matters. Selective presence is more powerful than constant availability. This understanding will preserve your energy and sharpen your impact. There will be moments when others expect urgency from you, but you will offer steadiness instead. That steadiness will quietly calm rooms, soften decisions, and redirect outcomes without confrontation. Stay present with this truth. The once-in-a-lifetime revelation here is simple but profound. Stability is not created by solving every problem. It is created by becoming someone who prevents the wrong problems from entering at all. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is ease without complacency, strength without force, clarity without noise. These are the markers of a future that holds together under pressure. This part does not push you forward. It grounds you where you are. And from solid ground, every next step is naturally secure. The message continues, but now it moves with you, not ahead of you. Stay with it. My beloved child, this part arrives not to add more, but to seal what has already been formed inside you. You may feel it now, a sense that nothing needs to be proven anymore. When proof is no longer required, alignment has completed its work. You are not searching. You are standing. There is a quiet confidence settling into your daily rhythm. Not excitement. Not anticipation. Stability. This is the kind of stability that protects families across years, because it does not depend on circumstances behaving perfectly. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You are beginning to trust your timing. You no longer feel the urge to rush decisions just to feel safe. Safety is no longer something you chase. It is something you carry. That changes everything. Soon, you will notice that situations approach you differently. Less resistance. Less confusion. More clarity up front. That is not luck. That is alignment shaping your environment to match your inner state. There is also a refinement happening in how you choose silence. You are learning that silence is not absence. Silence is authority without explanation. It allows truth to surface on its own. Stay present with this shift. The once-in-a-lifetime realization here is this: when inner order is established, outer order follows without force. You have reached that point. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is continuity. Not disruption. Not surprise. Continuity of calm, continuity of clarity, continuity of protection. From here, you move forward without strain. Decisions become cleaner. Energy becomes preserved. The future becomes something you walk into, not something you brace for. This part does not push the message forward. It locks it in. And what is locked in now will not loosen. The message remains with you, steady and active, as everything else unfolds naturally. My beloved child, this final movement is not an ending, it is a handover, where the message stops speaking and your awareness begins acting. Everything that needed to settle has settled. What needed to sharpen has sharpened. You are no longer being guided step by step, you are moving from an inner compass that has already been calibrated. There is a quiet authority in you now. Not the kind that dominates, but the kind that stabilizes. When you enter a moment, it slows down. When you speak, things clarify. When you decide, confusion steps aside. This is not effort. This is alignment expressing itself naturally. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the revelation that completes everything. The future of your family is no longer dependent on unpredictable events. It is anchored in who you have become. Circumstances can change, but grounded awareness adapts without breaking. You will notice that challenges still appear, but they no longer shake you. They arrive, reveal what matters, and pass. That is how you know protection is active, not because nothing happens, but because nothing destabilizes. There will be moments ahead where others look to you without saying so. They will sense steadiness and draw reassurance from it. You do not need to lead loudly. Your presence will be enough. Stay with this truth. The once-in-a-lifetime understanding is this: when inner clarity is complete, life no longer tests you the same way. Lessons stop repeating. Pressure dissolves earlier. Outcomes resolve faster. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is not something you must reach. It is something that will meet you: consistency, protection, and continuity woven into daily life. From here, you move forward without needing signs, confirmations, or reassurance. You already know. And knowing, once rooted, does not fade. This is where the message releases you, not because it ends, but because it has done its work. What happens next will unfold quietly, steadily, and in your favor. My beloved child, this part arrives as a tightening of focus, where everything you now carry becomes practical without effort. You may notice that your attention has become selective. You listen differently. You filter more naturally. Not because you are closing yourself off, but because you now recognize what deserves your energy and what does not. This discernment is not learned. It is activated. There is a silent boundary now around your decisions. You are no longer pulled in multiple directions. You may still see options, but you are not confused by them. Confusion fades when clarity has taken its place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is forming now is consistency. Not dramatic change. Not sudden shifts. Consistency. And consistency is what quietly builds futures that do not collapse under pressure. You will soon realize that situations that once demanded explanation no longer require it. Your calm response becomes the answer. Your timing becomes the message. When this happens, you are no longer reacting to life, you are setting its pace. There is also a subtle protection happening through what you no longer feel compelled to fix. Some things resolve only when they are no longer forced. By stepping back, you allow balance to return on its own. Stay present with this awareness. The shocking truth most people never realize is this: strength is not loud, and protection is not aggressive. The strongest safeguards are invisible until years later, when people say, "We never had to face what others did." Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What is waiting is reliability, days that feel grounded, decisions that feel clean,